I'm a follower of Christ because of God's love that was shown to me through my dad and my mom. And there is nothing that's going to dissuade me about Christ because I have experienced his love in my life. But then as you grow, you have to think it through in terms of, is this the truth, or was I just cleverly hoodwinked by my parents in believing this? So you've got to be a skeptic, and there's a place for that. And I was just reading the Gospels with the question, how many times did Jesus ask questions? Do you know he asked over 290 questions? And he asked the question, what do you think? What do you think? A man had 100 sheep. One wandered away. He leaves the 99 on the hills and he goes looking for that one lost sheep. What do you think? And he's challenging us to think clearly through the issues. So that's why it's such a privilege to talk with people and ask, what do you think? I was speaking after doing open air at Columbia University. I had the privileges of joining a class that was studying the difference between Calvin and Zwingli's view of war. And the teacher, the professor, was a postdoc grad from England. And it was a brilliant class. After the class, I'm walking out with the professor. I said, Professor, that was an amazing discussion. Thank you for treating me to that. Now, let me ask you, sir, what do you believe? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in Christ? Or what's the option? And this brilliant guy looks me in the face and says, I am not a good person for you to ask that question of. That's scary. That's an unexamined life. You don't know what you're living for. You haven't analyzed what motivates you through life.
Did he tell you why he's not the right person to ask that question?
He just said, I can't answer you. It's this big myth of agnosticism, that you can live your life not knowing, and that's intellectually acceptable and intellectually respected. Patrick, it's impossible to live an agnostic life out. You have to decide, is this person valuable or not? If so, why or why not? You have to answer the question, what's the purpose of my life? What's my ambitions and goals? You have no choice. You have no choice but to make ethical decisions every day. Do you cheat the IRS or do you pay your taxes? You have no choice but you have to answer the question every day. Am I going to lie or tell the truth? Am I going to cheat and steal, or am I going to respect another person's property? And then, by golly, you're going to have to sit in funerals of grandma and grandpa and mom and dad. And I'm sorry, if you don't ask the question, is there life after death or not, you're brain dead. Am I going to see this person again or not? So you have to answer those questions. All of them. Everybody does.